नमस्कार, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप लोग अच्छे होंगे। टुडे वी हैव रानी विद अस फ्रॉम कोयाकॉट कंपनी. शी इज ड्राइविंग इंस्ट्रक्टर एंड वी विल लर्न हाउ टू एक्सचेंज योर फॉरेन ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस एंड ऑल्सो हाउ टू गेट अ न्यू वन. First of all, I would like to know, can you drive on international driving license in Denmark?
Yes, for a while. Not so much.
Okay.
They prefer you to get it exchanged if you got a CPR number here
Okay.
and if you intend to live here.
So after 6 months or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you are a tourist, you can drive with your... Okay.
Yeah.
Because you are only allowed here for 3
Yeah.
months. What is the process to get a license?
Okay. Are we talking exchange or?
First, we can start with exchange.
Okay. You take your license from your country. You get a doctor's certificate.
Yes.
You get an application form, print it out, P23.
Yeah.
Go to the commune, borrower service, and ask them to exchange it.
Okay.
They will keep your papers and your license and give you a temporary license for 2 months, which can be extended.
Okay. Yes.
The full, that's a longer process. Okay. You choose a school,
Yes.
obviously. Then you still need an application form. You need a doctor's certificate as well.
Yes.
Okay. And you buy the package.
Okay.
Okay, which our school is 13,000. Some are more, some are lower.
Okay.
And this includes the whole mandatory package, except your doctor's certificate fee. That can vary depending what your doctor takes. They can take from 300 to 600.
Okay, it also varies. I thought
Yeah.
it's fixed 500.
No.
Okay.
We've had people in the school come in, oh, I've given 350, and another one saying, oh my God, I give him 500 and things like that.
Okay.
So to be safe, we say 300 to 600,
Okay.
any amount there.
What do they test at medical?
They test your eyes, they test that you can walk, they look, you've got all your limbs.
Yeah.
And actually there's a question on where you tick off.
Yeah.
Everything is normally no, all the way down. Then it says, do you have full function of your limbs?
Yeah.
And that's a yes. You know, and a lot of people make this mistake.
Yes.
That this thing, it's no. And then in the end, when it comes to the commune, they're like, this person hasn't got limbs. And it gets rejected.
Okay.
So we say it too in our introduction that when you're ticking off this doctor's, there is one that you need. You're missing a limb.
Yeah.
So that they see, they look at medication.
Okay. Yeah, they can check online.
Yeah, it's your doctor. It has to be from your GP.
Okay.
If your GP is on holiday, you have to wait.
And in that case where you made this mistake that I don't have a lamp or something, do you have to pay again? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
okay.
No. Then you just take it back to the doctor and say, I made this mistake. They will correct it. But it's just time consuming.
Yeah.
You have to go back to the commune again.
Yes.
So just watch out for that. Then nowadays you need a first aid course.
Yes.
Most of schools do it. This is over the package. Your package is that 13,000. Then the fee on top of that comes your doctor's first aid course. You need that. It's not necessary right from day one, but you need it before your practical test.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You have
When
to
you
pay
teach
for that.
CPR and stuff.
Yeah. So that you need. And then there's a fee for the transport commission.
Okay.
Before it was for the police. Maybe you know it more as the police.
I think I gave it to my teacher and we fill form in the school.
Yeah.
And I think he submitted it to the
Right.
commune.
Okay. We get them to pay it from with their mididi. And they log into Kerpo booking.
Okay.
And it's in their ebooks.
Okay.
So we send it that way round.
Okay.
So that's sort of their problem. So these three things are not in the package.
Okay.
Okay, and then the package only covers 16 lessons, or 45.
Yes.
Above that, then it's extra lessons.
Okay.
So that's how much it's going to cost.
And then when you have these documents, you submit it to Kumon.
Yeah.
And you start your theory classes.
Yeah.
And then you take a test.
Yeah.
And then you start your practical classes all along.
No, it's along. Mandatory, it's you have to have theory, then you learn the first bits, like the easy,
Yes.
setting off, stopping.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the theory class the week after and learn, for example, driving in more traffic.
Okay. Yes.
Then you go back to the school, learn about left, right hand turns.
Okay.
How do we do these?
Yeah.
It's like that. Then the next one is motorway. And then you go back to the school and you learn parking and things like that. It's theory, practical, theory, practice, theory.
Okay. So you take your theory test and then soon you can take your practical test.
So you're ready at the end of these 2 months ish. Okay. It depends on how quick you learn.
Okay.
I've had another little story. Quite a while ago, I've had people that have passed their practical with maybe 2 extra lessons. These young kids that are good at it. I had this lady from China. Or was it Vietnam? Yeah, I think it was China, right? She was like working in Copenhagen University, everything.
Yeah.
And she was determined to have this. I tell you, the whole package, we drove in a small road. She could not get the hang of it.
Okay.
She took, 120 extra lessons, but got her license.
Oh my God, 120.
And as far as I can remember, I said to her 3 times, "Do you really want a license? I think you should give up."
Okay.
But she said, "No,
She wants it.
I want this license and you're going to give it to me."
Okay.
And she got a license.
Wow.
With 120. But so it can be vary. When people come to me and say, "How many lessons do I need?" It's like, depends how fast you learn.
Yeah.
How nervous you get.
But I think it's very exciting and also nervous when you are driving at motorway. You take some classes driving around city, and one day you have to go in 130 kilometer
and it's
per
the
hour.
5th lesson.
Yeah.
It's the 5th lesson.
And then your teacher, you also ask your student to overtake those big trucks, and it's like, oh my God, how to do this?
But you've done it. So aren't you more confident after the motorway?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
And I say it to all my students when they say, oh no, motorway. I was like, you know what? After today, you're going to be more confident. And they're like, okay, this is good. I can do this.
I think then you feel, okay, driving inside the city is like you have to be careful of a lot of things, but in motorway, you just go.
Yeah. It's the easiest. I call it the easiest lesson.
Yeah. But when you want to go there, you are nervous.
Yeah. Very nervous.
Because of the speed.
And because when you're going on, we're saying to you, come on, speed up. Look, speed up, look. And it's like...
So what are the documents that you need to get your driving license exchanged?
You want your driving license from whatever country you come from. You need to print out an application form, which is a P23. You need your doctor's certificate.
Yes.
Then you take it to the commune and ask for an exchange.
Okay. And that's all the documents?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't need your passport or anything?
Well, they'll ask for ID.
How long have you been driving instructor?
Since 2006.
Okay.
A bit over 17 years.
And how long have you lived here?
40 years.
Oh my God. Now you have driving school, right?
Yes.
Where is it?
One is in Søborg and the other one is in Lyngby.
Okay, and you have 2, wow.
Yeah. We opened the first one last May. and the second one December. So within 6 months we
Yeah?
opened two.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's me, my son, and my daughter.
Okay.
They've become instructors 2 years ago.
Okay.
So then we thought, why not?
Yeah. Where do you teach? Subo?
I teach in Subo because I live in Subo. We opened in Subo because I've lived in Subo for 40 years. So I
Okay.
know every road, stone,
Yeah.
everything. Obviously, if there is a request that I want to take my test in Ama or Helsingør, we do that as well.
Okay.
But Subok and Lyngby is just down the road. So,
Okay.
and my kids have also lived in Subok all their lives, so they also know. You know,
Yeah.
you just have to describe. Oh, there was this building, and then it curved. And we're like, ah, yes, I know where you are. So, yes.
Okay. If I had Indian driving license for let's say 1 or 2 years, would you recommend me to exchange it or would you recommend me to start from scratch?
Good question, because I've actually just had a student like this.
Yeah.
She has an Indian license, but not really driven.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So very uncertain. So if we're talking money-wise,
Yes.
okay, so I would say go for a new one. Because you go on the crawler track where you're alone in the car and you figure out what does the car actually do. And then you even get the slippery track at the end.
Yes.
And you get all the theory, like step by step, practical, step by step, you do.
Yeah.
So if you're sort of got the license and very uncertain with it, go for the new one, because it's going to cost just as much.
Yeah. At the end.
Even more, maybe. Okay, because in the package, there's always a bit of the payment is a bit lower for the lessons because you buy it as a package.
Okay.
If you decide to exchange it,
Yeah.
you won't have the starter track, so maybe you'll be driving up and down a little road just to get the hang of it.
Yeah.
The lessons, extra lessons, are always a bit more expensive than the package,
Okay.
so you'd end up paying more.
Okay. How much is the fees for starting from new? And
In our school, it's 13,000.
okay. And for exchange?
That is, you pay the fee for the government, 1170.
Yes.
And then every time you're out driving, and this is if you're doing theory at
Yourself.
home. Every time you're driving, 45-minute lesson is 500 kronas.
Okay. So let's say 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody that's uncertain, they're going to take like 10 lessons,
Yeah.
15 lessons, and we're already up to 15,000 kronas
Yeah.
if they're taking 15 lessons. So if you're uncertain, I would go for the new one.
Okay. And if you are a confident driver, you have driven for.
Then maybe I've had people that's done it in like 4 times 90 minutes,
Okay.
3 times 90 minutes, like that.
Okay. Then it can be cheaper if you have
Yeah.
good hand on driving.
I usually, if somebody asks me, I usually say, okay, let's drive 45 minutes before I say to you,
Okay.
oh, it's going to cost this much.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you came to me, I don't know how well you drive. You just say, well, I've driven in India.
Yeah.
And so I never take it at face value.
Yes.
I've learned that from the first guy.
What happened there?
The story I told you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Failing multiple times.
Yeah. So now I say, I'm not giving you any number, anything until we've driven 45 minutes. And then I can say, oh, yeah, it's okay. 3 more lessons, that's fine.
Okay.
I've actually just started one guy, and he was himself was very uncertain.
Ah, okay.
Then I said, okay, let's drive 45 minutes, and he drove very well. And I said, you know what, you don't need many. Let's book a test. I booked the test while he was there.
Okay.
Just after the 45 minutes, I said,
Okay.
I'm going to book a test for you, and we take 3 lessons, 90 minutes, just up to the test. His test is on a Friday.
Okay.
So I said Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we drive,
Yeah.
and then you have your test.
Quite fast.
Yeah, and I think that works very well when they drive. Like if they have a test, let's say middle of March, not every week, 45. I'd say you need to be used to hopping in the car and driving, hopping in the car and driving.
Yeah.
So, and if they say, but it's still, I have 3 weeks in between, I'm not driving, and I say, okay, just book 45 minutes. You don't need it, but for your confidence, go for it.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
How long does it take to get a license?
Are you talking about exchange or from new?
Let's start with exchange and then we will continue.
Exchange is you do all this process, you go to the commune, and that may take a bit of time because they are going to send your temporary license or your foreign license to the country you've come from.
Okay.
And they will approve it first. For example, let's say India. Okay. So they will send it to the authorities in India.
Okay.
India will approve that it's correct and not a fraud.
Ah, so it's legal.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they will get back to you. So it may take, I've had people that's waited 1 month.
Okay.
Okay. But in that meantime, you will get a temporary license that lasts 2 months.
Okay.
So you can drive.
Uh-huh.
You can take lessons.
Yeah.
If you want, if you haven't driven in India so much. Remember in India and Denmark, it's a black and white
It's opposite.
driving.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there is nobody, I've not had anybody that's driven in India, has a license in India, and come here and said, Rani, I want a license, I need my lesson, I need my test. You have to drive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in that time you can drive and warm up. When you get the papers,
Yes.
okay, when you get the approval, then you ask your instructor to that I've got the approval. Then you book a theory test.
Okay.
You have to have a test here is theory test and practical.
Yeah.
They call it a test.
Yeah.
Then you go for your test, theory test. When you've cleared your theory test, then you can have the practical test.
And for someone who already have driving license from another country,
this was this.
yes, do they have to take theory classes and practical classes?
They don't have to. Okay, the theory classes they can do at home online.
Okay.
Okay, so I usually say just do it at home online.
Okay.
But they can do them.
Yes.
But they can do them online. It saves money.
Okay.
Practical, they don't have to, but I would say they have to.
Yes, they have to. I would also say, yeah, because there are so many rules, and the way you drive in India, we know.
There's no way.
Yeah.
No way. You know, is it okay to tell a small story
Yeah,
about?
of course.
I had this student.
Yeah.
Came from India, got his license done, and he said to me, Rani, book me a test. Okay, I says, okay.
Practical?
Yeah. You don't want a practical lesson? No, I've driven in India for so many years.
Okay.
Goes, fails.
Of course.
Then he comes back to me and says, I know what they want now. So just book me another test. I don't want any lessons. He did this 4 times.
How much is the fees for practical when you keep on asking?
At that time, and this is long time ago, 15 years ago maybe.
Okay.
And then 4th time, then he said to me, Rani, I need at least 4 lessons, and he passed.
Okay.
So there's so much, it's a waste of money to do that.
Yeah, because it's expensive when you
because
pay
then you
again.
have to pay the fee again, which today is 1,170.
Okay.
And then you have to pay for the actual test.
Okay.
Which is 1,500.
Okay. So every time someone is paying 2,600 for failing.
So I would say, if you're going for the practical, take a few lessons.
Yes. How much would you suggest? 4 or 5 lessons is okay if someone has driven for 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if someone is relatively new,
then start as soon as it gets into approval, then you can sort of slowly
Yeah.
get ready.
Okay. And when you get this approval, how many for how long is it valid?
The temporary license?
Yes.
2 months.
Oh, only 2 months.
But they do go and get it renewed again.
Okay. Yeah. I think my friend, she almost got it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Because there was COVID and
Yeah.
then process.
Yeah, you just go and renew it again and
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
So
And what about for someone who is new to driving? How long will it take for that
well,
person?
the actual course, the mandatory course, is 2 months because you have 8 times theory and 8 times driving. So
Okay.
2 months.
Yeah.
Then after that comes the theory test. And when they've done the theory test, then it's the practical.
Yeah.
And in that, they have to come for theory lessons in a classroom. And there's certain mandatory things they have to do in the package.
Okay. So you would say 3-4 months
Yeah,
if you are in Copenhagen.
yeah, because we have to wait for tests at the moment.
Yeah.
Like a test, if I had to book a test today for somebody, it's the first one available is the 6th of March.
Okay. Do you know how long it took for me?
Now,
It took more than 1 year.
no.
Yeah, because I was living in Holstebro.
Yeah.
And there was only one teacher who was in English.
So they were busy.
So there were like 5-6 cities around. Everyone is coming to him.
Yeah.
So theory is like, okay, you can cover it in 2 months.
Yeah.
And you take test.
Yeah.
But for practical, he was taking theory classes.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait for your chance to get practical.
Yeah. You're
So
in the queue.
3-4 months there. And then you have waiting period for taking test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like 1 year.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay because my office was so close, like 3-4 kilometers. I could bike or take
Yeah.
bus, but yeah, it took some time.
So there is a mandatory
Classes.
a package you have to do.
What type of questions do we get for theory and how many?
25 questions. You need 20 of them correct.
Okay.
Every picture, there'll be a picture. Every picture will have 2 to 4 answers, multiple choice, only yes and no.
Yeah.
So they will ask you, for example, let's say there's a picture and there's a car parked, your car, okay? And they will ask you, you're parked at the side of the road, okay, what do you do? Okay. Then they'll ask you, do I set off immediately? Then you say yes or no.
Okay.
So what would you say?
I will say no.
Okay,
Yes.
correct. Would I do an orientation and then set off?
Still no.
No. Would I do an orientation and indicate and set off?
Oh, I think orientation is like doing this.
Looking over your shoulder.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that we have to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then you say yes. Okay.
Yes.
Out of them, let's say you had 1 wrong, it's 1 fault. If you had all 3 wrong, it's still 1 mistake.
1 question, if you do anything wrong,
Yeah,
it's
it's
1
one,
mistake. Okay.
Then they can say this pay special attention to.
Yeah.
That's
little
usually
tricky.
That's usually to if there's children on the road, if there's elderly or handicap or something like that. Then there's a very good hint in the questions, right?
Okay.
If they say you're driving, let's say it's a motorway, okay, so, and they're saying the car in front of you is driving slowly and you want to overtake, and there's nobody in the blind spot.
Okay.
That means they've told you that you've already looked. So then the question comes, do I overtake immediately? Then it can be a yes because they've told you that you've already looked.
Ah.
So like that, you need to really listen to
Yes.
the questions asked.
Do they repeat these questions? No. And how much time do I get to answer?
About 5 seconds.
It's tricky.
But here in week 5,
Yes.
they've started digital.
Okay.
that means you do it in your own pace. You still have half an hour, but if you're good, you can do it in 10 minutes and out.
Okay.
And another thing, you can go back to questions. And I wouldn't say go back a lot of times.
Yeah.
Just maybe make a note of number 10, I'm really not certain. Then just go back to number 10.
But if there is more time, sometimes it can get, more confusing.
Yeah,
because if you think too much about it.
Yeah. And look at the picture.
Yeah.
Okay? Because sometimes the picture is the same, but the questions are different.
Oh, yeah.
So don't get too used to doing it online. Do it, but don't get used to that particular picture that was that answers.
Yeah.
I had one yesterday on our live TikTok. The same picture. Two totally different questions.
Okay. And also when I was taking this exam, those pictures were very old.
They're still old.
They are still old?
They're still
Okay. Old and blurry, and then you have to focus so much. Okay.
Still old as far as I know. I've not had anybody gone up for theory test when it's digital.
Okay.
So maybe they've got some new ones.
Hopefully.
I'm not sure. But until today, they're still old. They're still from the 70s.
Yeah, if you want to see old time
If you like
Copenhagen.
classic cars, go for it.
Yeah, because you are not used to it of like seeing in real life. It's different, old.
It's old cars. The people are dressed still in the 70s. It's quite funny to look at.
And how about practical exam? How does that happen?
Practical, you are with the examiner. We usually book 45 minutes before the test. Because then you're warmed up. You can put your mirrors as you want them, sit comfortably, instead of meeting at the spot and say, okay, your test, and you jump in and you forgot to do the mirror or something.
Oh, yeah.
So we usually recommend to say, drive 45 minutes before, get your nerves down, do your last minute little, let's say the parking didn't go well yesterday, let's get
Practice.
it on. Then we drive to the test center.
Yeah.
We get all your papers ready and put it on the dashboard. And then the examiner comes, switches places with me. You will have, if you don't speak Danish, you need a translator.
Okay.
That money comes on top. 500, 600, 700, depending where it is.
I think I paid 800, maybe.
Maybe your translator had to come from far.
Yeah, it could be because I was living in.
Yeah, because I have a translator. We have tests in Søborg. He lives in Gentofte. He only takes 600.
Yeah.
But if he had to go to Helsingør, then he wants his money.
And also it was COVID time, so he was not in the car at that time.
It's not even now.
Okay.
It's over Bluetooth.
But it was before, no?
Yeah. Before COVID, he was in the car. Now it's over telephone and the Bluetooth.
Okay.
So then they set off. They have to go in normal conditions. Okay, they're not allowed to put you in a position on purpose.
Okay.
It has to be normal driving. And they will just say turn right, turn left, second exit the roundabout, whatever.
Okay. What if they say go right and I went straight?
It's okay as long as you do it legally.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you would fail if they said go left and you were in the left-hand lane, but then you went straight.
Okay.
But if you ended up in the straight lane, even then they say go left, and then it's like, well, you have to go straight.
Yeah, now I have to.
Yeah, that's not a fail.
Okay.
They'll just have to go all the way around. And
you can tell them, okay, I'm here, so let's take next one.
Yeah. Just, sorry.
And how long is the test?
About half an hour.
And when I was taking it, it was in the place I would drive.
Yeah.
So it was in the same city. So I was little familiar.
Yeah. If it takes longer, don't get nervous about it. Because what that is, let's say they said go right and you did it a big right.
Okay.
Not a good right. Right? Then they will find something similar and see, do you do it again?
Okay.
Or was it just a, you know,
Ah.
if you did it again, then they think, oh,
Okay.
then it may take a bit longer. 5 minutes. Because they just want to correct
Yes.
the first one. The same as if you're doing a parallel parking.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say your didn't work out first time. You wouldn't fail for it as long as you did your orientations.
Okay.
Then they'll just say, okay, forget it here, let's do it further down. Then they'll try again. But as long as you have your orientations on the dot, you sort of can't more or less fail that you can't do a parking.
When you are talking about this parallel parking, do they ask you to park tight?
No.
Not tight spaces,
It's never, I've never heard of they're asking you to come between two cars. It's always just that car alone there.
Yeah.
And 3-point turn as well, it's usually done in a nice wide road.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Yeah. Because still now I have to struggle parking between two cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know, they've put a new maneuver in, reversing round the corner. Did you have it when you had it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there is this, you go like this.
Yeah.
And then drive.
Yeah. But that you need to remember that because you can put the mirror down to see the footpath. But that you need to remember to put the mirror up.
Okay.
And that little hint would be the instructor, the examiner will say, when you and your car are ready, set off.
Okay.
So
Yes.
you're not ready until that mirror is up again.
Yeah.
So there's some small hints.
Okay. Yeah, because they also know you are still new.
Yeah.
So it's not like very strict.
No. There's small hints there, and they do help you. You know, I mean, the technical questions before you start.
Yeah.
Let's say you say the wrong fluid. Let's say.
Can you give me example of what questions are we talking about?
In the
Before starting the actual practice.
they can ask you about lights. So let's say they ask you about your low beam, and you say 100 meters, right? And they'll say, "Are you sure about that?" Okay. Then you say, "Oh no, it's 30 meters." So it's not as if they will say, "Okay, chop your head off because you've said 100."
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you can have lights, and then you have shock absorbers, you have to say that. The tires,
Okay.
you have to explain the tires, the depth of the tire, the exhaust,
Okay.
Free play
Free play in your
car, the steering,
Okay. Yeah.
then the booster, brake booster, all of these. And we have a sheet that we give to our students, and we do them. Okay.
Yeah.
We do them with you many times.
I think for me it was my teacher revised me also at the spot.
We revise and revise, and we've made lots of TikTok videos and Instagram videos where we're asking the students to check, and they're quite happy with that.
Okay.
Future students or students have just started.
Yeah. And then when you are done with your practical exam,
then you're coming back. Then immediately they give you hopefully a little paper.
Yes.
And you sign it, and you can drive away immediately. You can hop in your car
and drive.
If you've not got good news, then it's the big paper.
Okay.
And then they will tell you your mistakes.
Okay.
And then they will always so tell me what mistakes you had.
Okay,
so we
you
can
also
correct
know.
it up. But we have the sheet to say what you'd done wrong and what you didn't do wrong.
Okay. So when I was taking this test, all was okay. And then at the end of the test, what is it called?
Examiner?
Yeah, examiner. He said you were very slow at the turnings. I was like, I was very nervous also.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it in one, but still, she had this comment.
Yeah,
like, okay, slow is better.
Yeah, they can see that you're nervous or not nervous, and I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I can tell when I'm driving, maybe the last time, okay, you're nervous today, breathe, do some meditation.
Yeah. So this paper license, you can drive around in Denmark, but not outside.
Scandinavian countries.
Okay.
So Norway, Sweden,
Okay.
you can.
And when do you get this plastic license?
They say 2 months.
Okay.
But you get it more or less quicker than that.
Okay.
But then again, it depends. Is it over the Christmas? Is it over the holidays?
Yeah.
Then you know in Denmark nobody works in holidays. So depends on that. If it's normal, it doesn't take 2 months.
Okay.
When my son got it, they said 2 months, and I think he got it in 1.5 weeks.
Oh,
But
nice.
nothing promised. It depends on everything.
Okay.
Holidays and things like that.
Yes.
Sickness.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, let's talk about your secret tips.
Oh, okay.
How to get license as quick as possible.
As quick as possible. Get all your paperwork done.
Yes.
Don't wait to as soon as you know I'm going to join this group. I would go to the doctor before that.
Okay.
Because doctors, if you ring for the doctor's appointment and say you want it for a license, you're not sick.
Yeah, you are not priority.
Yeah, so they will give you maybe in 3-4 weeks. Then you're already halfway through and then it has to be approved.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say if you do your paperwork quickly, we can do our job quickly.
Yes.
Okay, so get your doctor certificate done, and just do the work.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. You also give homeworks?
No.
No.
but do the theory and listen to what's being said.
Yeah.
You know, I've not had many that's been like sort of don't tell me what to do. But I've actually had one. It was a Danish girl, and it was so hard getting through to her because every time you said something, she thought she did it anyway. I had one actually. Every time she made a right turn, she'd go left and go right.
Ah.
Okay.
Out and in.
Yeah. And you don't do that here, except if you're a truck or a bus. Okay. So every time I tell her that you're going left and going right. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Teenage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then she failed on this.
Ah.
And then she said, my instructor used to tell me that. So she told the examiner. So listen, we're not saying it for fun. We're not telling you false for fun. It's because we want you to pass.
Yes.
I teach, and I've actually taught my kids, my son and my daughter also instructors. I've taught them the way I've learned.
Okay.
And we do it at the strictest. There's no, that probably go. It's like yes or no.
Yeah.
So if we teach like that, 99%, 98% that you'll pass, unless you do something really stupid, run a red light or not see a cyclist or something like that. Most people fail on orientation.
Okay.
I think they don't think it's that important until they've failed for it.
Okay. So orientation is your checks before you start, or even when you like merge or overtake.
Orientation, and don't. I've taken over some students from other schools, and they're like crazy with it. Orientation for no reason because their instructors say orientation. You have to do it in the right place.
Yes.
Okay. Too much is too much. Then you're taking focus away from your main what's going on in front of you.
Okay.
So, and this is quite hard to correct when you've learnt it from day one like that. So orientation, listen, get your paperwork done, be on time. You know, book your lessons.
Yes.
Remember, we have 30 students.
Yeah.
So I can't always remember that. Have you booked a lesson? You know, and text your, you know, if you're in any doubt, text us, text your instructor that I need to book. We've got a digital calendar, so I don't book people's lessons. They just go online and book in my calendar.
Okay, they can check wherever you have time.
That I have a slot. And then we always say to them as well, if you can't find a slot, give a text message. Then we will find a slot for you.
Okay. Yes.
Because we can't have our calendar open 24/7.
Yeah.
So.
But you can manage some things sometimes.
I mean, my calendar is only open from 8 to 2, so I say to them, I can drive after 2, so just text and we'll do it.
Okay. When someone gets license, what are the mistakes they should avoid?
Okay. You can get your license taken away if you're speeding more than 30%.
Okay.
Okay. Drinking.
Yes.
Drugs.
Yeah, of course.
Speeding. A red light.
Yeah.
Anything.
Also red light.
Yeah. Anything that's if you knock somebody over or something, you know, an accident.
Yeah.
So then they can take their license away. It can be taken away 2 types.
Okay.
It can be taken away when it's sort of not that serious, let's say that. Then it's not taken away, but you're on probation.
Okay.
You can be on probation for 3 years. That if you do anything else like this,
Yes.
then it will be taken away.
Okay.
But let's say you speeded over 30%.
So it was 50 city limit and I drove 65.
Yeah. Okay. Then it will be taken away.
Okay.
And then it's up to the judge. Is it 3 years? Is it 10 years? With the fines, okay, the fines are, you would get a fine, okay, and it's not a set fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you were drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever your alcohol limit is, it would be times with your pay.
With my salary?
Wages, yeah, net wages.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's not a fixed, like if you're speeding, you get 3,000 kronas. It's whatever you earn.
Okay.
And then you'll have to go for a alcohol and traffic course.
Both.
It's a combination. And that itself costs about 3,500. So it's very expensive to lose your license.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to do the theory again. Then you have to do the practical again.
And you have to take all the classes?
No.
No. Okay, you have to take the test. Yeah. Okay, that's also.
But if you've done it within 3 years of your, let's say you got a license today, the next 3 years is actually a probation time.
Okay.
Okay? So like we have 3 cuts in our license. You only have 2.
Okay.
So that can be taken away like that. Otherwise, other thing is like if your health deteriorates or something like that, they can take it away.
Okay. But that they will get information from my doctor.
Yeah. And then you have to renew your license every 15 years.
Okay.
No test or anything, just a doctor certificate.
Okay.
Before it was you had this license for until you were 70. Now it's every 15 years. Just a
they want
doctor
to check.
certificate, and you just take it into the border service again.
Okay. So when you are practicing with your instructor, let's say you get a class every week.
Yeah.
But in between, can you drive with someone who has a license?
No.
No. It's not like India.
No.
Okay.
No, not India, England, not very.
Okay.
There's no provisional license. You can
Okay.
only drive with your instructor. Then as soon as you pass your practical test and you've passed it, then you can drive on your own.
Yeah, okay.
But if you are over 18, nowadays, you can start your driving license at 16 and 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's say you've passed your test when you're 17 and a half.
Yeah.
You still can't drive alone until you're 18.
Okay.
Then you, in that period, then that 6 months, whatever, then you can drive with your parents or somebody that's had a license for 10 years.
Okay.
Then you can. Otherwise, no. It's quite
Okay.
strict here.
So I read somewhere when you have come to Denmark, you have to exchange your license within 6 months. Deepak has been here for 2 years. Is it possible for him?
It's very up and down.
Okay.
I know it as the 6 months, but I've had students that have been here for 2 years and still gone and done it.
Okay.
I think it depends on the commune and
Okay. Who is taking your case?
who was taking your case, if they got out of the bed the right side, if they had their breakfast that day.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's very, I've had both people that have been denied after
Yeah.
6 months and some people that has had it, been here 3 years and gone and get it exchanged.
Is it easier to get automatic car license?
The driving is easier because you don't change gears and you can't stall in an automatic. You can't roll back in an automatic. Okay,
that's
but
right.
right now, today, if you get a license in an automatic, which you are allowed, unless you're exchanging, then if you're exchanging, you can take it in an automatic and still drive manual.
Okay.
But if you're doing it from scratch, if you take it in a automatic, you're not allowed to drive a manual.
Yeah.
But there are negotiations going on.
Okay.
So we hope by July they're going to change the rules that if you take your lessons in an automatic, and I think actually it's going to be you have to take 7 lessons in a manual and then you can move over to automatic, take your test in an automatic,
Okay.
and then you're allowed to drive both.
Can I drive with trailer in my
Yes,
car?
yes.
Okay.
You can always drive with a trailer.
It doesn't say in this license.
750 kilos
Okay.
you can drive.
And a small van to
Yeah.
move stuff around.